Hi, my name is Serene. I'm from Family Group 2A from Willawong Service. Today, I would like to share about how God has healed and comforted me when I lost my younger brother back in April. So, a little bit about my brother. His name was Michael. He was 39 years old. Michael was a special needs person. He has some physical disabilities and developmental delays. But he is a very loving, kind, happy and innocent person. Very childlike. Everybody loves Michael when they get to know him. You know, after my dad have left us when we were kids, I pretty much took up the role of my brother's keeper. So in many ways, my brothers are like my own son. So yes, you can imagine how painful it was. And his passing was also very sudden and unexpected. He had a stroke and passed away in his sleep. But in a way, I'm very grateful that God has taken him in such a painless and peaceful way. So I have to share about this miracle call that I had with Michael. All these years, my family has brought him smartphones, hoping that we can keep in touch with technologies. But he was always very reluctant to learn. So all these years, we can only keep in touch or get connected through my mother's phone. Then one evening, my young son, my 5-year-old son Aaron, suddenly requested me to video call this uncle because he had a new toy to show him. My mother was at work, so I tried to call Michael's phone, and to my amazement, Michael picked it up himself. I guess he must have learned how to use it during his free time when Singapore went into a lockdown. So we had a very connected and very happy video call. He was busy showing us what he was working on that night. He was actually building a dinosaur park for Aaron. So excited as I was for our first call, little did I know that it would also be our last, because he would have passed away that very same night. I guess what makes all this even harder is that it happened during the COVID lockdown. So even though I tried, I couldn't go back home for his funeral or grieve properly with my family. During this grieving time, weeks of crying, and I have lots of regrets, a lot of guilt and doubts. Guilt of choosing a life so far away from my loved ones. Doubts if I have done enough to show him my love. I was in a mess. So pretty much I have to throw myself at God and ask him to please pick up my pieces. I need to get back up. I have a young son, a young family who needs me. In those weeks of grieving and prayer time, I have very specific questions for God that I'd never discussed with anyone. And God, as amazing and wonderful as he always is, he answered all these questions intimately through conversation with my friends, through their sharing about Michael, through Bible verse and even songs. Example, one of my questions is, does Michael know I love him? I know it's yes, but I needed more from God. And so one day, a friend saw a picture of that dinosaur park that I posted on social media. And then she texted me. Her text says, I can see your brother really loves your son, and you must know that this love is a product of the love between you two. So yeah, that was the answer to my question. All this intimate encounter with the Lord and that miracle call, I was deeply assured that Michael's passing was part of God's plan for my family. And I choose to believe that they are good plans. Yeah, I hope my story can reach out to those who have experienced loss in this very difficult year. We may not always know about God's plan, his reason, his timing even, but we can choose to trust in who he is. So I want to encourage you with this Bible verse. Psalm 147 verse 3. He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds. Thank you.